So I'm closing the cabin up, getting ready to go back to work. I'll get all this wood split real quick and throw it up underneath my wood platform here on the northeast corner of the porch. That's the first step. Then I'll get some shutters put up. It's always best to do that when it's not windy out, and it's not for a change. Beautiful morning. Flight's in 2 hours, so I got a lot to do. Probably split in this direction. I should be standing there or here. I'll get some wood split for the shower sauna too. All this short stuff will go in the shower sauna. That wood stove is considerably smaller. So when I get back home, one of the first things I have to do the first day or two is get some wood cut and cut a hole in the lake ice and get my water. Big shower sauna piece right there. These are the tree tops. I try to cut up as much of the tree as possible. I can always use those little tiny pieces in the shower sauna. Fire starts quicker, burns hotter. When I heat that shower sauna, I only need to heat it up for, I usually go in there an hour before I take a shower. Get that going. By the time an hour goes by, it'll be about 100, 110 degrees in there. Not true sauna temperatures, but hot. The next shower sauna, that's going to have a true sauna wood stove in it, and I should be able to get the temperatures considerably higher. So it's 15 degrees this morning, Fahrenheit. I'm not even going to split these. So they're calling for snow starting tomorrow. And it'll be enough snow to where it'll put a base layer down and it's going to stick around. It's not warm enough to melt the snow anymore. That first snowfall we had on October 9th, that melted by that day. The two mountain sleds are underneath the back porch, the ATV's underneath the back porch, and the work utility snow machine is in the ATV shed. Good shower sauna pieces here. They're super dry. So this is probably enough wood for the first 2.5, 3 days. Hoping when I get home that there is 2 or 3 feet of snow at least, and there probably should be. I got a new snow machine coming, Scandic super wide track utility work sled. going to replace the Tundra, which is 10 years old at this point. Still in good shape, but it's 10 years old. And can't sling load the Scandic out, it's too heavy. So I'm going to have to bring it out from town. So what I'll do is I'll fly home in the helicopter. I'll take the mountain sleds and make my trail, go check that, pack that down with the mountain sleds. The next morning, I'll take the Tundra back into town and I'll bring the Scandic out. While the Tundra's in town, I may go ahead and sell it. I got a lot to do in 2 hours, so I need to hustle here. All right, I'll throw this back down in the shed. Get my snow shovels ready. So this time I'm going to go to work. The electric fence isn't going to be turned on. I'll kind of be at the mercy of the bears. Hopefully all of them have learned in the neighborhood not to mess with that wire. The electric fence is not really going to work when the snow builds up and starts touching the wire all the time. And that may actually start in the next week. I'll have enough snow. Hopefully. Hoping we get a lot of snow this winter, more than last winter. And I'll put a big stack of wood inside the cabin, I guess. I could probably get all this inside the cabin instead of putting it underneath the platform there. So my shower sauna box is full. All these water jugs are empty. The ones that are in the cabin, I'm gonna have to pour them so that they're only half full. If you leave these full and let them freeze, they destroy the jugs. So the next thing, I need to get all this carried over to the helicopter landing zone. Trash and laundry. And my bags, one empty gasoline. Go ahead and put this one on my back, I guess. All right, everything's pretty squared away. This is the helicopter landing zone. Got my snowshoes in there and some other junk just in case the cabin were to burn down. I got backup supplies in here. Also keep my trash in there while I'm at the cabin. I'll put the trash in here, that way the bears can't get at it or the other animals. And then when the helicopter comes, I load up my trash, take it all back to town. Every once in a while I burn cardboard and paper, stuff like that. You can see here, it's the future site of the workshop at the landing zone. But you can see here all the rock. That's what I'm trying to get down to. I only have a little bit more to clear out. I think I'm gonna build the workshop longer by another 2 feet, so I got to clear out a little bit more of this tundra right here. And the workshop will be elevated about 3 feet. That way in the winter it'll be more even with the snow. You'll still have to come up and out because sometimes you can get 5 to 10 feet of snow over here. But if I build it on the ground, then I'll have a whole lot more digging to do. It'll have a ramp on the front with double doors. That way I can bring in the snow machines with ease. I got this tree root I need to get all the way up. Let's take the sawzall to it and cut it in smaller and smaller chunks until I can get the whole thing up out of there. Luckily the root systems don't go very deep because of the rock. Kind of spread out. That was a beetle-killed spruce. There's a bunch of them up here. Thousands of trees. All right, I got about an hour left before the helicopter arrives, so I'll go wrap up the inside of the cabin, get that all sorted out. So all 6 of my food barrels are packed to the gills. I need to get 2 more out here. I gotta figure out where I'm gonna put them though. 2 on the porch and 4 right there. Go get the torch and burn that. So 2 mountain sleds, ATV. I'm gonna get a cover for the ATV for the winter. I need to get them for the snow machines too. When I decide to leave them outside and they get snow on them, it'd be nice to have covers. Concern in the summertime, keeping covers on them is the animals will just shred them, and they're like $300 a piece. So, but I do need to get covers. Got the ATV trailer over there on the spot where the shower sauna is going. Hopefully the bears don't come along and push it off the cliff. When I bought the cabin, there's an old trailer down at the base of the cliff. I assume that the previous owners parked their trailer there, and the bears made a play toy out of it and pushed it over the cliff. Don't know the whole story, but I assume that's what it was. But bears should be going to sleep soon. It's I think about 2 weeks, maybe 3. Oh, I gotta put this in the outhouse. Throw some bear boards up. Need to get that torch, go down there and burn that paper. So in the kitchen, I need to make sure that the Berkey is empty, and that already is. I don't have water in anything. The teapot, if you leave water in here, it'll freeze up and deform it. Hit these buckets with some ammonia. Make everything smell as unappetizing as possible. And before I leave, I take this and I spray it around all the shutters and the door. Even if they freeze and they don't damage the jugs, they take a whole lot longer to thaw out if they're full. Yeah, so since the electric fence isn't going to be on, I'll put a couple bear boards down. These are a pain when they get covered with snow, though. Especially if it's icy snow and you gotta chip it out to get the board up off of the deck. And that should do it for there. Well, the cabin's all dark and I've got 45 minutes before the helicopter shows up, so chill out a little bit and just mentally go over all my cabin checks. I did forget something. I'm sitting here staring at it. It's the pots on the stove have water in them. Got to dump all that out. All right, hot water jugs are emptied. So I haven't put any wood in the wood stove for several hours now, and it's dying out. I'll leave the flue wide open on the high setting. That'll burn itself out. It'll slowly start cooling down in here. I got enough wood in here for, that's about 3 days worth of wood. So I'm good to go when I get back. But the snow's really deep and I gotta make a trail to get my first tree down and wood up the hill. I'm set for that. Another thing I'll do is just take a mental note of my supplies, what I need, what I don't need. I already have a list of stuff, but sometimes I just snap pictures and it'll remind me of something that I need to do. Oh, see, I need some espresso. I need pecans, some raisins. I have almonds and walnuts here. So I boiled up some eggs, the last of my eggs. I'll take those back to town with me in a bag. All right, so all the canteens are half full. All right, time to shut the place down. Breaker's off. And we're going to turn the inside main cabin system off since it has the lithium batteries. Well, I can hear the helicopter coming. All right, I can see the helicopter, so close this up. had to drag you out here on a Sunday.